Good evening to all our viewers. My name is Christopher Banks, and I'm the founder of a new nonprofit organization started here in Memphis called Dropout. Dropout is an organization that focuses on helping at-risk high school dropouts that feel as if they can't find their educational paths in the future. And we're doing this to help these students by telling the personal stories of people in our communities that can motivate these students. Today we have Mr. Thompson from Juvenile Intervention Faith-Based Follow-Up. And without further ado, all right, Mr. Thompson, it's nice to meet you today.
It's nice to meet you too, Chris. Thank you for the opportunity.
So for my first question, I would like to ask you, why does education matter to you?
To me, for me being a student who did not finish high school, but whose family, and I guess say family, I just say point blank, my grandmother made sure that I did not just sit at home. She called her friend, University of Tennessee at Martin, got me in school there. First I had to take a GED, and I went to college, and then I saw the world open up before my eyes. So that's what made it more important to me than anything, and that's the reason why I do the work that I do. My son has played a huge part in that he he has challenged me. I always had an aspiration and definitely a desire to have a doctorate degree in theology. When the one thing that gets me with him is that he's just this one ball of education himself. He's a smart kid, great kid. I mean, just awesome. And I can't help. I always, if I talk about him, it makes me feel different. But he challenged me to have my master's done before he gets out of high school, and really before he gets out of high school as well, to at least begin a doctoral program. So I told him, I said, whoa. And he said, well, if you do that and I graduate high school and then I go to college, he was like, we could go in business together. He said, he said, you've been done did some things then. And I was looking, I was like, where did this kid come up with these things? So for that to be in him, to say to me, his father, was enough for me, to keep going, and not just stop at a particular spot. And definitely with work, all of those things play a part in education-wise. It definitely helps.
So for my next question, I would like to ask you, how did not growing from a house that didn't have a lot of opportunities, a lot of students come from low-income families. Mm-hmm. So ask you, what motivation would you give to a student that still wants to continue this?
Never accept where you're from. Never let the spot and the place that you're in become the sum total of who you are. Today we have so many different opportunities, and we have just this vast wealth of opportunities in front of us. Mm-hmm. And for those who do grow up in low-income housing or in an environment like that, to where we say is at risk or whatnot, mm-hmm. and it would not seeming to be a lot of avenues for them, I would say to them is to lift your head up. Don't succumb to where you are. And once you lift your head up, you can see in front of you. Hold on to your dreams and never stop. Because that's what education can do for you. So many times we get down on ourselves because we are just not as bright as this one particular student. But the problem with that is there are some areas as you begin to explore education that, hey, you can truly excel in.
For my last question, I would like to ask you, growing up in high school, you said that you didn't finish high school. Mm-hmm. So, what factors played that you not finishing high school?
The one main thing, and I need to look at them. Can I do that then? The one main thing is cool is overrated. Period. I tell you, man, we must, push education, regardless of what realm it's in. It could be a trade school. I think that trades are well. I believe college as well, universities, however you want to call it, second, 2-year colleges or however, but there are so many opportunities. It's like, why would you sit and waste away? We cannot choose our parents. We cannot choose the things that we're born into, but we can choose ultimately where it is that in the person that we will become. And I believe wholeheartedly in that. I'm a product of that. You know, I could have easily been I am a statistical number, but I believe that I beat that odd, and I continue to try to beat that odd because I'm not done yet. And I think that for our young people, we have got to know that everything that we will ever become is in our hands, and it's all built on commitment, in relationship, in anything that we do. We have to be committed to that process and see that process through and quit giving up. Giving up only gives you nothing, and failure is when you give up. Has nothing to do with you not actually passing the class or succeed. That has nothing to do with it. Mm-hmm. If you stop and never ever try it again, you failed. You know, it has nothing to do with oh, it's hard. Well, it's all hard. And if it was very easy, we'd all have it. So we might as well go ahead and take advantage of it and stick it out. Stick and stay is what I always say.
I agree. Well, thank you, Mr. Thompson. We really appreciate you being here with us.
Thank you so much.
And,
thank you.
Thank you for helping motivate our students.
I hope so.
All right.
All right. Have a great one.